I imagine so.
I'll live though.
Well, glad for that.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Let's see. Are we live yet? We are live. Good morning.
Live.
It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick
Chick
Picker.
Picker.
Welcome back, Todd.
Thank you. Thank you very
Glad,
much.
glad you're here.
Hmm.
Let's see. We need to change this. Switch account. Because we don't want to be on. Well, we don't want to be on Valerie Cunningham. We want to be on Chick Picker's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Too many channels. Ah. Rookie. Well, I hope everybody's having a good cold morning. Well, I don't hope
Welcome
that.
to Tired Thursday.
Tired Thursday?
Yeah.
It is. On my thermometer, it says it's 0. And that's not counting the wind chill, so it's cold out there.
Mm-hmm.
Very cold today. Very cold. Let's see.
Hi, Hank.
Morning, Hank. Yeah, so here we are again. There's Mary. So, Mama's doing okay?
Yeah, she's not good, but
Yeah.
we got her out of the hospital yesterday and back into skilled nursing, which is better than hospital, but not as good as assisted living. It's kind of in between those two.
Yeah.
So we got to get her up. The goal is so she can live in assisted living without as much help.
Yeah.
But
Morning, Carol. Morning, Shirley. Morning, Tommy. Hope everybody's having a good morning.
lots of therapy and stuff left to go.
Yeah.
PT,
Yep.
physical therapy.
Yeah. Very, very true. She'll get there, though. She sounds like a very strong woman. You know, at least in her mind, and that's good.
Yep.
So
I
that'll.
don't know why I would be tired. I didn't
Well,
do anything tiring or physical.
yeah, but you've been uh, in a different place, and you've slept in a different bed, and
Yep,
that all wears on you.
it does.
Makes it tiring. Even though you haven't done nothing,
Yep.
you've worried, and you've been there, and I appreciate that. Stress, absolutely. You know, so that all plays a key role in being tired. I'm actually surprised that you're on this morning, but it's probably a little more relaxing to be on here and back to semi-normal.
Yeah, I like normal.
Yeah. Morning, Teresa.
It's amazing how many alarms you hear in a hospital.
Oh man, don't
Everything
go.
beeps or buzzes or honks or chirps
You-
or Mom had an alarm on her bed because she was at risk of falling, you know.
right.
If she got up off of her bed by herself, an alarm would go off.
Yep.
Well, you know, even if I leaned down on her bed to give her a hug in the morning or something, that alarm would go off.
Mhm.
It's a bed alarm.
Yep.
Good grief. That's too
Well,
high tech of a bed.
they gotta have those alarms because
Yeah.
you know that's just it helps. It helps nursing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to go on vacation, do not go in the hospital.
You're not getting any sleep, that's for sure.
And you know, everybody says, you know, like a lot of people told me, well, you work at night, so you get to sleep most of the time. That is not true. That's usually when a lot of things happen. Um,
They would come in and take Mom's blood at 3 in the morning. You know, you're
mhm.
like, you have
Yep.
to do this now?
Right.
Good grief.
Yep. Oh, let's see what this person was.
Got an offer.
This is a it's a question on a jacket. I want some different measurements. Yeah, hospital is not the place to go. I know Mary. She said she's completely exhausted. She falls, or she said, been one stressful situation after another for 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that 2020 is the year of, you know, little stress. And that's what you got to do. You got to move, get past it, move forward, you know, and hope for the best.
Yep.
So, but yeah, those alarms and that, and then you got, you know, um, code blues and code yellows and code
Yeah.
pinks and all that stuff. And of course, you're gonna hear that and all the commotion that goes along with that, you know.
Yep.
So.
And then right next door to Mom was a lady patient with Alzheimer's, and
Mm.
she would sing and chant. And one time she yelled, "Leave me alone, you bitch." And the nurse said, "You are not going to speak to me that way.
Oh my gosh.
I am a nurse. I am here to help you." And that was it wasn't just Alzheimer's. She was mean too.
Yeah.
And she was right next door. She kicked one of the aides.
Oh my gosh. Morning, Sally.
Morning. Did you send
So-
snow to my house?
Nope.
I think you did because I got 5 inches.
Sorry. Sally had to go swimming in the snow this morning.
Mm.
Gwen put out the trash on Friday morning before she went to work. You know that rolly big trash can the city gives you. Anyway,
Yeah.
after they dump the trash, they always leave the lid open, And when I got home yesterday afternoon, that trash can had 4.5 inches of rain in the bottom of it. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
there came a big rain in our town yesterday. So you had to try to dump that trash can over to dump the rainwater out. Probably cleaned out the trash can a little bit, but yeah,
Let it soak all the grime out.
yeah. I totally missed the rain, but man,
Fishing and picking, it didn't go well because I was 4 minutes late and the doctor refused to see me. She said she had already left to go see her patients. And so I went to the clinic and they tested me for strep, which came back negative. So they don't know what it is. So I'm going to find another doctor.
Yeah.
That was my last straw with her. She's just very impersonal. And
Yeah, you need to find somebody like
I don't like her.
your last doctor where,
Mm.
you know, she knows
Who
what's
knew
going on
me.
with you. Yeah. She knew was going on with you and you felt comfortable and you didn't feel like, you know, crap every time that, you know, she didn't make you feel like crap, you know, when you went in there. So, yeah, you just
Yeah.
need to find you another doctor.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're home, Todd.
Yeah.
yeah.
We got snow from 8 o'clock yesterday morning until about 10 o'clock last night. It snowed. And sometimes it would be heavy, sometimes it would be very light, but yeah, we probably got about 5 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. Carol said that she got snow too. Yeah, if you guys are fixing to get some snow, this storm is not, and there's lots of wind with it.
There is lots of wind, yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to go driving last night because I could see, you know, you can't, sometimes it's really hard to tell, but like I went outside and I could see like there was a street light and you
Mhm.
could see like the wind and the snow and it was just going all, you know, it was
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't like all night long. It didn't have like a specific direction.
Hmm.
It was just like
Like a swirling
blizzard.
wind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how like blizzards do.
And I have driven in a couple of blizzards and it ain't fun. It's not fun at all.
Mm-mm.
Got 10 degrees. What do I got? On my thermometer right now, it says the temperature is 0, but that's not including the
Wind chill?
wind chill. So I don't know if it shows it on
With the wind chill, we're -6. Yeah,
See, I don't like this.
I'm not going anywhere today.
Yeah, it's cold. It's very cold, and the high is only supposed to be 18.
Yeah, the high here I think is only supposed to get up to 13 today.
And then Saturday is supposed to be 50.
See, it's supposed to snow again Saturday. But it's only supposed to be 30. We're only supposed to get 30 degrees.
Well, 30's pretty good, pretty darn good.
For what it is today, I came home and I stripped out of my clothes because of course the bottom of my pants get wet.
Mm-hmm.
And I stripped out of my clothes and put the heater on the counter and sat there and
Yeah, it was. And it's definitely not someplace where you want to be outside. Not today.
And I didn't sleep good yesterday.
No?
Nope. Like I stayed up. I only stayed up until noon, maybe 1 o'clock. And then I went to bed. And then I woke back up at 3:30.
Oh my gosh.
And then I stayed up until 7. And because I was waiting for Brandon, because he made me chicken noodle soup. It was good. He is really good at that. He made it with veggie, and I didn't expect that veggie to taste good in a chicken noodle soup, but it really does.
Huh.
I bought a big can of it at Dollar General the other day for like 90 cents. And usually those cans run about $1.50, you know, almost $2.
Right.
And but it was the big old can of veggie. He got 2 pieces of chicken, and he did the pressure cooker for 30 minutes on the chicken, and then after that was done, then he had like chunks of chicken, and he put that in there and put it back in the because we have a crock pot, but it's a pressure cooker or slow cooker or whatever you want.
Right.
So he did that and slow cooked it for a little bit, and with the noodles and the veggie. And it was really good.
Wow.
He's like, "You want me to throw the rest of this away?" And I'm like, "No, I'm eating it tomorrow."
And it's probably one of those things that'll taste better the second day, you know. Anamora, today is not Thursday, honey. I had to think about it, but I looked at my calendar, and today is Thursday. Tomorrow.
It is Thursday. Yeah, I know that now, but whenever I seen that, I'm like, okay. That's another night I don't have to work.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, no. I don't think it is.
I should have known, because I had to stay until 8 today.
Why?
Because we had all the orders come in and everything, and I would just rather, I know nobody else is going to be able to get in there. I would just rather.
But why wouldn't they? I mean, you know, you could do it just as well as they can.
Right, but I busted my ass for 2 hours in that cooler, and it's pretty much put away.
Right.
It's where it needs to go.
Well, that's good.
And now I don't have to worry about it tonight.
I know.
You know.
I know you do that for yourself. You don't necessarily do that for anybody else.
Yeah, I don't do it for anybody else.
Because you know it's going to be left for you. You know, nobody else is going to be.
And like, you know, we can sell it, you know, like if we're out of it already, then it could sell through the day, you know.
Right.
It doesn't have to wait until I come in tonight and then not sell all day.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't like to be out of stuff.
I understand. Oh my goodness. I've been working hard.
I got 16 orders to ship.
Holy
since
mackerel.
I've been gone.
You need to kiss every one of those before you send them on their way.
Why?
Because you might not get any tomorrow.
Well, no, that was the whole time I was gone. That was.
I know. I know.
God, what day is it? I know I was gone for days, but I can't even think how many.
I haven't heard from eBay in 2 days.
Probably about 4. You were gone at least 4 days.
Was I?
I think so.
Let's see.
You were gone on Sunday, weren't you?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I spent 3 nights, so yeah, between, yeah.
But I had a fairly decent day yesterday. I think I got actually 5 orders on eBay and 1 on Posh. Nothing on McCurry yesterday though.
That's
So,
good. That's good.
Pretty- pretty good.
I don't know what's going on with my eBay. I've been listing, and I guess it don't like me no more.
Do you have your promoted listings up?
Yes.
That's good.
Good job, Maggie.
5 going out, not terrible. No, we can't complain about that. Yeah, and mine weren't all closed. Mine were, I think I had 2 shirts and a video game and a puzzle and something else. Oh, and some Hallmark cards.
Hmm.
Pack of Hallmark cards. And then a pair of flying pig slippers.
Mhm.
See, pigs do fly.
Okay.
Mary says, give y'all an update on the upstairs. Dan was in Texas for 3 days and called broke, trying to get back here. He wanted to move back in. Oh my gosh.
No.
No, he needed, I explained, no, he needed to call his daughters because there was already someone up there. He was mad and hung up, then contacted me and asked if I could help with getting him home. His girlfriend had taken $800 cash, drained his account, and dropped him off at the hospital. I chipped in so he
God.
could get home.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
staying with his daughter till they find an apartment for him. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That's awful. He's super angry with me and was very snotty when he picked up his stuff that I was nice enough to pack for him. His daughter called me bitching, and I let her have it with both barrels, so don't think I will ever hear from them again. You know what though? I mean, you helped him. You did what you could, and you didn't have to.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do all that. And you knew just as well as anybody else that he was getting scammed, At least that lady dropped him off at the hospital.
Thank God.
She could have just dropped him off on Skid Row and, said, see you later. And, it's the daughter's fault. I mean, they needed to be taking care of him. And, don't let them make you feel bad. I mean, I know you feel bad because you care about him and everything, but
Yeah, but you did a lot for him.
you did what you could. You did more than the average person would do. So
For sure.
don't you feel bad. Now, I hope that, I definitely that's stress when you've got people that, I don't like people to be mad at me,
Yeah. Me neither.
but, so you've got that stress, and then you just got to move on. It's time to move forward and be in a better place. And so, yeah, there's no reason why they should have been mad at you. They knew he was getting scammed the first 10 times and did nothing. Well, that's their own dang fault then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what? They will learn. I mean, maybe they won't if they haven't learned already. But, with him you know, maybe if he's living with them and then he comes up and says, oh, I don't have no money because I gave it all to what's her face,
Mhm.
then they'll be like, you know, getting on to him, and maybe that'll make a difference in his life. But yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that.
And then
Stress.
you even chipped in so he could get home. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. But
Yeah.
you know, you're a good person and you wanna help. I get that, you know, but
And you have kids that you know, you need to, you know, help out sometimes and stuff. And you don't need to be helping this old guy. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Yep. Well, that's probably the best thing that could have happened, really, because otherwise, you know, he would have just stayed with you, and you know, I know that kind of worked because you could kind of keep an eye on him and make sure that you know, um, make sure he was okay and everything. But it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Oh, she says they don't care. He was stuck in a home. You can't live with them with Section 8 housing. What'd you get? What brand are those? Are those Allen Edmonds?
No. Florsheim.
Florsheim.
Yeah.
It's a good brand.
Yeah. Some of these go for a lot of money. They are wingtips. They have tassels.
Uh-huh.
They are size 9.5, 3E.
Ooh, so they're really narrow.
Really narrow.
No, that's wide.
That's wide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
E is wide.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
Yes. A is
Yes,
narrow.
you know this, sister.
E's wide? Okay. E's wide?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't pay no attention to me.
So yeah. I mean, has a little like not really like, who's calling me? Oh, Brandon's calling me.
Okay.
It's like a little spot there. I'll be right
You
back.
might be able to get those out. You might be able to get those out with some leather conditioner. Rub them out. Yeah, I am sure. Mary says she's getting a new stove, or she has a new stove, and they're getting paint in the sink this weekend. It's gonna look so nice up there when we're done. And you know, I think it would be a good idea for you to go up there and kind of, you know, maybe even nonchalantly go up there and check out, you know, make sure that who's ever up there isn't you know, isn't thrashing the place. That, you know,
You can just put that in your renter's agreement when you sign.
yeah. I mean, it's her brother that's living there,
You will check once in a
but
while.
yeah. Um, yeah, she has a upstairs that she rents out, Joanna.
Wow, he's never done that before.
What's that?
Called me to remind me to go shopping tomorrow.
Go shopping.
Yeah, for like, he says that Walmart's having like a clearance on a bunch of their clothes. And he says because they're remodeling,
Uh huh.
And so they have racks for $1, $2, and $5
Nice.
for clothing. So he's like, I just wanted to call and remind you that tomorrow you need to come up here and go shopping for clearance clothes. I was like, who's this?
This is my husband. What are you doing with my husband?
Are you an alien now?
Oh, that sounds really good, Mary. She said tomorrow I'm making lasagna for the family and grandkids.
Oh,
My
that sounds
foster brother. So we'll be up there a lot anyhow. Good. That'll be good. I mean, at least you can kind of check out the area.
that's kind of a cool design on a shoe.
Yeah. It's
Anyways,
almost like a cut and roll type decoration.
yeah, but there's that little spot there. And yeah, but I do have some leather cleaner, conditioner.
Yeah. Yeah, just rub it on there and should be good to go. Did you do the bend test on them?
No. Not on these anyways. No, they seem fine.
Okay. But I think I'm on my way to 800 on Macari. I haven't got there yet, but
On 800?
almost 800 listings.
Oh my God. That's a lot.
Yeah, yesterday I hit 600, so I went up to the next level, and there's no way for it to show you. There's some things about Macari that I don't like. Like, it doesn't show you how many listings you have.
Yeah.
And then you can't search an item on Macari. You can't search your listings.
Oh.
You can't do that. So you just have to go through and scroll. So, but it seems to be, I got a lot of likes on my stuff, and this says how many listings on eBay and Posh do you have? I have 1,930 listings on eBay, and I'm not sure how many I currently have on Poshmark, because I deleted.
Hank says you can now.
I deleted my Poshmark and then everything in my Poshmark, and then started re-adding. It looks like I have 413 over on Poshmark.
Hank says you can.
Well, please tell me how. You can search your listings now. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Why? Yeah, I mean, I like Macari. Every time I do it, I usually have pretty good results. But like when I went to California, then North Carolina, I just deactivated everything. And then, so I'm just trying to build everything up. Let's see. Hank says that was my biggest complaint for Macari for the longest time, not being able to search my own items when needed. Okay. Mine lets me search my listings on my mobile app and on a computer. Didn't used to, but it has maybe for the last. I'll have to check that out because I didn't think that you could.
I kind of feel like I have a fever.
Huh. There you go, Mary. She said, between the sun drama, by the way, he's doing so good. and the Dan drama, then the upstairs mess, and a really rough funeral, I'm ready to shake it off and get back to my peaceful, happy life.
I bet.
Yeah, it's definitely time for that. Okay, so she said click on profile, then selling. Let's see.
Excuse me.
I'm trying. Then sell. Is that what it is?
What?
I'm just trying to figure out how you can $31. Let me see if I can do this. My listing. Oh, it does do that. It does let you search your listings. That's good. They needed that so bad. They definitely needed that. But yeah, I'm guessing I probably have anywhere from well, I know I'm over 600, so probably around 700 listings that I have over there, which is great. I'm just trying to plug along, get all those listed over there.
That's a lot.
I have about three or four projects that I have going on right now. So I'll do a little bit here at the computer and then go over here and do this and then come back, and I'm just kind of all over the place, which is good because I don't want to be sitting down all day long. So it's good to get up and move around.
Well, Mary, it's okay if you only list 40 items this week. I mean, that's just how it goes. I'm sure you'll make it up next week when you list 200.
You'll get back into it, and you'll find your groove. Get back to the groove, and it'll happen. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty cool that you can search your listings now. So, yep. Time to kick it into high gear. Plan for next week is 150 listings and paint one room up there, then repeat till everything up there is done. Then kicking it up to 175. Dang.
See, I told you. And you'll still be listing like 130 more than I do in a week.
Well,
I got these cool. Beth would be so proud of me. I got these cool markers at Dollar General. They're only $1, and they have a bold side. They're double-ended. So they
Okay.
have a bold side and a fine side. And so yellow, blue, red, purple, and green. And I started in I got me a little planner. And I do have my other planner that Bridget sent to me, but I didn't want to do my like listings in there. So I just got this little planner at Dollar General. And I started writing down how many I list, by like making a dot or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like on the day, I'm gonna do like something like that, just doing all different colors,
Yeah. I like to see the contrast. I mean, it may sound weird, but anything that I do sounds weird. But I've always got ideals and all that stuff. Anyway, so I like to, show how many I listed, but also how many sold, for that day. And
Yeah.
that way it kind of contrasts each other, and it kind of shows your progress.
I want to put my solds in my other planner. The other planner that has all your stuff. Bridget said she sent you one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna put my sold in that, and then put my listings in this one. And then of course I have my other book that it's just like a notebook that I write my listings in. Like, what I'm listing basically.
Right.
So
Sounds good.
but I like to write that stuff down, because if I don't, then I'm like, well, what did I list? And then I have to go back and look, at my listings or whatever, and see what I actually listed. Oh yeah, I did that one. I did this one,
Mary says my daughter owes me a little money, so I'm going to tell her to forget paying me back. Just come over and clean each month to help me out. It helps
Oh, that'll
her,
be good.
and it helps me.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Sounds like a good plan. Oh, but yeah, gradually getting things done here. It was kind of rough being home yesterday. I don't mind being home, but when I'm forced to be home, I hate that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really forced to be home, but I didn't want to get out in the snow, and me and snow. I don't do that. So I would never make it in Michigan. I would never make it in Michigan. I know.
That's hard, man.
Yeah, I would never survive.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I go outside is because I have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't go out there until like almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Shoot, I'd go out there and just turn around and come back in. Say, nope, not tonight. Ain't gonna happen.
And then, of course, I couldn't get out of my stupid driveway last night, so I had to put 4-wheel drive on and let it walk itself out, Come on, baby. And then I get home and it's like I back in. If you stop, you're screwed because you're gonna
Right.
get stuck.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, come on. Trying to wiggle myself back in my parking spot. And yeah. And 5 inches more of snow that I already have in that stupid driveway.
Yeah. Oh, and I found, so I was cleaning the other day. I was cleaning like around my, it doesn't even look like it really. But I was basically cleaning my desk off and doing a little work, trying to get some stuff cleaned off down underneath. And I found another box of jewelry.
Oh my God.
So I gotta get started back on that. So that gives me 1, 2. I think I have five mail totes of jewelry, and that doesn't even count like the what do you call it, the crafters stuff that I have. So I got a lot of jewelry to get through.
Morning, Patty. I think I'm gonna wait till summer to do my jewelry.
Why?
Because I like to sit out on my picnic table and do it.
Yeah, but
Sit
I
in
mean,
the sun.
you can pick out a couple of pieces,
Yeah.
ever so often. Yes, Patty, he's back.
Yeah, Todd's here.
He's back to work.
Woohoo!
So
he's been packing his items, his 16.
packing all of his goodies. Good morning, Miss Maggie. I heard about your computer. I hope that, because she was saying that the Zoom, something about Zoom is the reason why her computer messed up.
Oh.
So I hope that's not the reason. But I don't know.
What are you talking about, me, Hank? I don't know what that word means.
Procrastination. Uh-huh.
Wait, I think we need to talk about procrastination another day.
Why?
That way, because we're procrastinating talking about procrastination.
Oh.
You see
Sally,
how
you
that Sally got my joke. You didn't, Valerie.
Yeah.
Nope. No, I did
We need
not
to-
get it.
We need to put off talking about procrastination.
No, because then you'd be procrastinating.
Yes.
Procrastinating the procrastination. Man, that's deep.
Procrastination is a hard word to say. We need to go to a different word.
And she said, no, it turned out not to be that. It's definitely a hardware issue.
Oh, okay, good.
She said they had me completely wipe it and reinstall, and the camera still doesn't work.
Huh. Well, that's good. I'm glad that it wasn't because of that.
And as this is, I'm going to list a set of books today. Finally, they've been in my trunk since summer. Like, why you been driving around with money in your car?
Oh my gosh. That's true, Hank. That is so true. She said she does the same thing with jewelry. My logic is, well, it takes up such little space, it's fine. And that's true. It's very true.
Yeah,
It
I have
really,
plenty of other stuff to list.
yeah.
I don't need to. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll just let my jewelry sit until summer
Yeah.
or spring or whatever comes first. I don't know. I live in Michigan.
It's all a guess. It's all a guess.
Have you ever heard of the brand? No, I can't think of it. It has a big M.
McDonald's,
Michael Kors.
Oh,
Monet,
no,
McDonald's.
no, it's a clothing brand.
Oh.
Um,
M.
God dang it. I was thinking of. Never mind.
You lost it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hank says money.
There you go.
That's a big M. It's a clothing brand. God, I can't remember.
Mossimo,
No,
Maurice's.
no. I didn't intend for this to be a guessing game, but that's the way it's turning out.
I'm trying to think of
Mm-mm.
no, I don't.
But Greg says, I've still not finished some drafts I started 18 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not a W, Hank. And I don't have it. I saw it on a video. And it is a M. But it's a huh?
Missoni?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's really good.
Uh-huh. Missoni is very good.
I want to find that.
It's very good. Yes.
I knew it had to be good if Nicole was happy to find it.
Yeah.
She talks out loud, she's talking to her viewers, but she's got headphones on and she's talking out loud, and so she doesn't care what people think or whatever. But whenever she found that brand, she was whispering.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, because you don't want people. You don't want the workers to know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna find out. Like that's usually how I am. Like if I find something really really good, and
Oh really, Patty?
I get it up to the There's also Missoni by Target. I think they did a collab with Target. But yeah, I mean, I'm very quiet when I'm looking for. I get excited, but I don't want somebody. The worst thing that could happen is somebody say, yeah, this is a mistake. We can't give it to you for this price. And I'm like, oh no. So I just keep my mouth shut, And when they're ringing it up, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to get that home. So I gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta keep quiet.
What the hell, Anissa? She says Nicole blocked me on Instagram. Like, what the hell? I have never trolled anyone.
Huh. That's weird.
Seriously?
Maybe she thought you were somebody else. That's weird.
Yeah. It is not a Z, Hank. Did you troll her for reals, Anissa?
I don't know. Yeah, that is weird. But
She seriously did. Mm.
I mean, I guess you could message her on Facebook and see, and ask her what was the deal, and see if maybe it was just a mistake or something, and maybe she didn't realize she was doing it, or maybe she thought you were someone else. I don't know. I follow that reseller reality check person just for laughs, but I've never committed or commented. Oh. Oh, yeah. I got some more dividers made up for my shelves. So I was working on that and trying to get things arranged there. And
So are you dividing them like from like how they're setting forward, right?
yeah.
So
I'm dividing the rows.
Okay.
Because otherwise they just all kind of like mesh together, and they
Yeah.
The shelf itself is sturdy and it's not like dipping in or anything like that, but they just tend to like mesh together, so I have to keep them separate or
Yeah.
it'll just be a big mess. And so I had just like a single piece of cardboard in there, and that wasn't doing the trick, because basically the cardboard would move, and so it'd be like a S by the time, and then you could tell that the rows were all messed up, and I want everything to be somewhat uniform. And so I am using boxes now, but I'm folding the boxes so they have some definite strength in there. So I wanted something that was going to be strong enough to hold them into place.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to have to, do it again. So I got some more of those made up, and then got some new listings on eBay. Cross posted them onto Mercari and Poshmark, and then was working on my Mercari yesterday. So just been a little bit of everything. Anissa, Tina, my daughter, because I was telling her that I wanted to get a CPA for this tax season, and she looked on Facebook and started, basically just doing some investigating, and she found one that was in my area, and then she talked to him, and she asked him, are you familiar with, do you have customers that, with e-commerce and that sell on eBay and stuff like this? And he said, yeah, he was well versed in that field.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I would just see if you can't find somebody in your area and see if they're on Facebook, if they've got their business on Facebook, and then, talk to them and see if they're, up to date with everything. I have been doing mine for the last couple of years, and I feel like I'm not competent enough, and I feel like I'm gonna make a big mistake. So I'm just gonna start having. Um, I'm gonna get a CPA this year and have them do it. Yes, I use List Perfectly. I tried to go without it, and I just can't. It's very useful, and I think it's very good for my business. So especially right now, trying to get one platform moved over to another platform. I mean, that's working very well. So I've kind of got that all got a rhythm figured out with that. So doing the bulk cross listing, they've made a lot of strides. Different apps and different ways that you can make your business more efficient. And I think that's the key, especially with one person doing it. You've got to find um, those ways to make it a little bit easier for you. So even though it's more money that you got to shell out, I mean, I definitely think it's going to pay for itself. And I think with Mercari, I think it has an algorithm where, in the same sense as like eBay, where the more you list, the more you get seen, basically. So I don't know. Time will tell. But trying to get that up, and then I got to get back to my eBay or my Etsy, get that built up again. And I think those are the four platforms that I'm going to use. I do have to get back onto Amazon and get back on that boat, which I haven't done yet. I keep saying I am, but do y'all have an app for editing YouTube videos? There's several out there, but the one that I found is, I think I have one. It's called, I want to say QuickTime. Let me look real quick. Quick, Q-U-I-K. And that's an app that I have on my phone.
Did I tell you that I got a pair of Danskos? Solil by Dansko.
Oh, those are good. Those are really good.
They have the stretchy material on the top.
Mhm. Yeah, those are really good.
They're listed already.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie. Good morning. So Quick is the editing YouTube or editing software that I use, and it seems to work pretty good. I don't edit a lot of my videos. I think it's, I'm me, and this is what you get, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, but to make like an intro and all that. I think that's you got to use something. So
Should ask Todd. He has those one things that come together.
I know.
Do what?
Your intro.
Oh, that was site you could get some intros for free,
Uh-huh.
but I think that site closed down, but I still have those videos saved.
Huh.
I used the Movie Maker on
On the computer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
to edit. I went ahead and bought the Pro version, which was like $7. So
I
What are
just
you
had
laughing for?
I just had a news update come up on my phone, and it said a Michigan man is arrested because he put up a mailbox and moved into somebody else's house.
Oh. Okay.
And the thing is he moved out the property owners. He moved all their belongings out of the house and moved his stuff in, changed the locks, and even put a new mailbox up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Wow.
I'm squatting, dang it.
That's crazy.
He was charged with home invasion.
what was it, like a summer home that they weren't there part of the year? Or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
That's crazy.
I bet they got a surprise when they came home.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
My
Why's
key
it-
won't work.
Why is my furniture sitting on the lawn? Gee,
Did
That's
you
pretty-
pay did you pay the mortgage this year? Oh my god.
That's pretty brazen right there.
Yeah, it is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What a moron. Did he think he was going to get away with that?
Well, apparently he got away with it for a couple months.
Yeah.
Did he? Sheesh. That's nutsoid. That's
Yeah, but
crazier than I
there's
am.
some people though that only come up here maybe twice a year, you know.
Oh my
Hell, if you
gosh.
could live somewhere for free for 6 months, wouldn't you?
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I might squat, but I wouldn't move out their stuff and I wouldn't put up a mailbox. I mean, you can go to the post office and rent a post office box. You don't, God,
Yeah.
what a moron.
Frankie said, y'all keep my husband in your thoughts and prayers. He was in a rollover wreck yesterday morning.
Oh.
God was with him. Only injuries are sore muscles and joints. Well, that's good. I mean, it's good that that's all he ended up with, because those rollover accidents are nothing
Yeah.
to mess around with.
My husband was nearly killed like that. I mean, but he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and he flew out of the vehicle, and I was in the passenger seat and I was asleep. And I mean, I don't even remember rolling. But I just remember hitting my head on the top of the car, you know, whenever we would roll over. And then whenever we finally stopped rolling, I was trying to find Brandon because he wasn't sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to the kids because they were in the back seat. And you know, I'm like, it's gonna be okay, you know, and I was like, where's Brandon at, you know? And Job goes, Mom, and he He points outside of his window, and Brandon's laying outside of his window. Yeah. It was really scary. He wears a seatbelt now.
Yep. Learned him.
Yeah, learned him real good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it took him out of the passenger side window or the windshield,
Oh.
but he was outside of, because Job was sitting behind him,
Mhm.
and he was outside of Job's window,
He probably went out. I don't know.
and we were upside down when we stopped. So whenever I unbuckled my seatbelt, I fell on the top of the car,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, that's bad news. Bad news.
Yeah, it could have been really bad. It could have been super bad. And they he was in Denver, because we were in Colorado when we had that accident, and he was in Denver ICU for like 3 days. And they were saying that he had a broken neck. And they kept giving him these meds, and finally he says, I don't want any more meds. I don't want any more medicine. They were trying to keep him from moving. He's like, no, I want to go to my mom's. And they're like, well, you can't fly. And he says, well, I'm pretty sure I can. And so he left the hospital with on his own thing.
Against medical advice.
Yeah. He's wearing a neck brace, and I had all these people looking at me like I abused my husband real bad. He looked awful. Oh wow, she says, yeah, he doesn't remember rolling. They landed on a huge metal fence. Yeah, I'm glad we were okay too. I mean, the kids, they were wearing their seatbelts, and they just got bumps and bruises, and I had bumps and bruises, but that was it. Jonah had a place on his wrist that was like a cut,
Mhm.
and they just put some glue on that. But they thought that his wrist was broke and fractured. They thought it would, the bone was poking through the skin or something, but it wasn't. So, and of course, everything freaking hurt for a week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm glad your husband is okay from that too. That is nothing that I wish on anybody. It is awful.
And then of course, your trunk opens up and everything's strung from one end to the other, and
we had a really good cop that he got all of our luggage together. Because I was trying to explain the situation. They didn't even want me to get my purse out of the car. I'm like, you guys don't understand. We were traveling, and I have nothing with me besides what is in that car.
Right.
So, I mean, of course, everything is in the car. So that's what we have,
That's all you got.
Yeah. So I said, I need my luggage and I need my purse from inside the car. And so that cop, he went and got all that stuff for us out of the car. And it was crazy. Like one of our suitcases was straight up like it was mangled. It was mangled.
Crazy.
But yeah, everything was everywhere. Oh, you've had one too, Mary? Yeah, that was the only rollover accident I've ever been in. It was very scary.
Well, you're so messed up, and you have to, you didn't know what was going on with Brandon, and then you had the kids. Luckily they were old enough where they could,
Yeah,
they were okay. I mean, they weren't super old, but how
yeah,
old were they?
we
They
were
like
staying.
6, 6
Um,
and 8,
Joe, no, I think they were a little bit older than that.
a little older.
Well, maybe 9. Job was maybe 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And Jonah was 2 years younger than him. And then, but yeah, they like if I was at the hospital with Brandon or something, then they could stay in the lobby by themselves. They had their Game Boys or whatever, and they were good.
Yeah.
But man, the first time I went in there, because they airlifted Brandon from where we were at in Colorado to Denver. And man, so that cop that got all of our luggage and everything, he drove us from the site of the accident to, well, we went actually to a hospital that was right there where we had the accident, and all of us got checked out. And then, but Brandon was airlifted to Denver. And so from where we had the accident, the cop came and picked us up at the hospital and took us to Denver Hospital.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was like a 45-minute ride. So, I mean, he was a really nice cop, but
Yeah.
he didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah. There's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
Still some good ones. Mhm.
Oh, wow. Said he drives for a dealership and had delivered a vehicle to a customer, and they were on the way back. It was raining and hydroplane started getting it under control, then hydroplanes again. And he was trying to recover that one and hit a third hydroplane, and that was that.
Wow.
Yeah, man, even here in this town, you get so much water on the road, and it's almost like we don't have gutters or something.
Mhm.
And it gets so flooded on the edges of the road. And you can hydroplane very easily.
Yeah,
Even
that is nothing to play with. The hydroplane.
No.
I hate that.
Yeah. I'd rather just go slow. I know people hate other people that drive in front of them going slow, but I really couldn't care less. I'm just like, if you don't like it, there's another lane. Go around me.
Morning, Beth.
Like Brandon was telling me the other day when we were driving to Grayling, he said, don't you know that minimum speed is 55? Because the speed limit is 75 miles an hour.
Right.
And he says, don't you know the minimum speed is 55? And I said, I don't care what the minimum.
Get a ticket. You can get a ticket.
I don't care. I really don't. Like, if I don't feel comfortable going 55 at that time,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'll go 35 and they can go around me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not likely that I'll go 35 on the freaking expressway, but I I usually try to go about 65.
Yeah.
I never go 75. I think it's too fast. I think it's too fast. I think for you to have time to stop.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm the same way. I don't like going. I feel okay me driving and going that fast, but somebody else driving that fast, I can't do it. Frankie
Yeah.
says I'm the same way. Pass me. I'm not offended.
Nope. And you know, a lot of man, the roads were crap this morning. The plow trucks have been out since 4 a.m. and I left at it was almost 8 and they still were crap.
Wow.
And a truck had just went by me before I got on the road.
Mhm.
And so it's just crappy. I mean, sometimes they can't help it either.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but there's some trucks and cars that will just fly.
Mhm.
And I mean, whenever I say fly, I'm talking about 40, 45. I'm sorry, the roads are not meant for 40, 45 today.
Right.
They're just not. I
Mhm.
don't care what you're driving.
Yep. That's why I say, you know, if they want to pass me, that's fine. I'll see you down a little bit farther when you're in the ditch.
Yeah, because I mean, to come home, I went 25.
Mhm.
I went 25 because they were just really crappy roads today.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't care. I am not offended at all. I can't see going that fast on I mean, especially on the expressway whenever it's wet or, you know, slippery or whatever. It's just can't do it.
Yeah, they had a bus that um slid off the road yesterday in the area and from the snow and slid off into a ditch and I guess it injured like 17 kids and you know they should have it was a weather advisory, you know they should have at least delayed or canceled school, you know, instead of pushing
Yeah.
it through, but whatever. People gonna do what they're gonna do. So,
For sure.
Todd, are you around?
Around what?
Around Texas?
I'm around Belly.
Okay. Stick around. I'm gonna be gone for a minute.
Oh, you mean I have to be here alone with Sally?
Yes, you do.
Beth says, from my driver's ed teacher, always drive at a speed that is safe for conditions. We had to say that verbatim on our final where we flunked. At a speed that is safe for conditions. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like some people they don't think about it. You know, they just feel like, well, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Well, sometimes the things that happen can be kept from happening. No matter, I mean, not saying that you're a bad driver or anything, but who knows who's on the road with you or who's not looking out, you know? Oh yeah. Yeah, I I sometimes watch those too, Frankie, but it can get my anxiety up a little bit to watch those wreck videos. The worst ones, I think, are the ones where people hit deer, and especially people that hit deers while they're on motorcycles. Those are crazy. Some of those videos are just insane. Yeah, I agree, Hank. And I mean, I know that experience and all of that, comes with it. You could, have somebody that is a professional driver, and still, unless they are driving at a safe speed, then and for the conditions basically, then I mean, there's really nothing that you can do. It's kind of hard to it's hard to control what happens. What'd you sell?
Huh?
What'd you sell? Sell a whole bunch of stuff?
I got
Different stuff.
headphones and skates and watches and just a mix of stuff going out.
Awesome.
Necklace. Yeah.
Awesome. Frankie says, I have learned 3 things. Never drive between 18-wheelers. I agree with that one. Beware of the lane weavers. Yeah, you got to watch those, because you know what, there's a lot of wrecks that come from people that that weave in between, cars, and they, they're just trying to get there faster or whatever, and they think that that's gonna help them get there faster. I agree. Oh man, Hank says, I'm glad we weren't on this topic yesterday. He had to drive hours down south back and forth all on the same day yesterday. Got my nerves up. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I don't like when Brandon has to drive out of town either. I actually would rather I would rather drive him wherever he has to go so that I know that he gets there safely. Because I'm a control freak. Hi, my name is Sally and I'm a control freak. Yeah, they're too impatient, the lane weavers. Yeah, those people, like we have our main road that goes through town, it's basically a highway. And it has 4 lanes, 2 going one way, 2 going the other way. And so they you'll see people like that, like especially during lunchtime and stuff. They just go back and forth in between lanes, in between cars, to try and get there faster.
Yep.
Hank says, all right, Sally, me and you, we're gonna have to live close to visit and have horse and buggy for safety. You know, like go so fast on the things.
Oh my god.
Man, Mary, she says, I almost died 3 times that day, hit black ice and slid, came to a safe spot uninjured, then lady behind me hit same spot of ice and crashed into me.
Oh my
I
god.
was while she was going 65 and I was at a stop and I went rolling, slightly injured, got out of the car on its side and was dazed and wandered into the 3 lanes of traffic, and a guy, aka Angel, pulled me out of the way of a semi. Oh wow.
That's
That
crazy.
that is crazy. Wow. Yeah, you were very lucky.
I remember when I got in that accident, that guy T-boned me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because I had never had an airbag explode on me, and I thought the car was on fire because there was because there's that dust that's inside the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the car was smoking. So as soon as I hit the airbag and exploded and I realized what had happened, I jumped out of the car. Well, I was in the middle of 2 lanes.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I was very lucky that I didn't get hit by a car. Very, very lucky.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see, what else does she want here? Sorry, I have a lady that wants measurements.
That's okay.
Hip. She wants some hip measurements. But
Wow, Mary says that was the second time that year I was in a weird, almost death thing. Frankie says it's hard not to worry about him. This happened an hour, 45 minutes from home. His mom and I went to pick him up at the from the hospital
oh my
yesterday.
gosh. Yes. That's some scary stuff.
Yeah, Frankie said that she was watching wreck videos on YouTube.
Oh
so
my
that,
gosh.
So that she can like prepare herself for, you know, people driving crazy.
29 hip. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find a pair of earrings and take better pictures of them because some lady messaged me on eBay and said that my pictures suck.
What?
Oh, get it.
There you go.
Where's mine?
Two.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, in like Russia and places like that, like India, I think too, there's places that are just so nuts. Like and there's like several there's several accidents daily on this one. Yeah, somebody told me my pictures suck. Let me start up my horse and hitch up the buggy. Oh, but those, yeah, those places in like India and stuff, they don't have like stoplights like we have. They have it to where like both directions are going at the same time, and then those two stop and the other two go, but then they have like, people turning, and oh my god.
Well, they do a lot of those roundabouts too.
Yeah.
In the European countries.
And we have a couple of those like around here, like in Grayling there's one, and I know in Mount Pleasant there's a couple. And I'm like, oh, I don't like these.
I don't like them either. I do not like them. Oh shit.
Sally, if you haven't seen it, check out Fluffy Goes to India.
Oh.
Okay.
I can't watch that stuff. That makes me. I get kind of anxious when I see stuff like that.
Frankie
Like those-
says, if you get in a wreck in China, they don't stop to help. Have seen people get hit and the person is just laying on the ground and everyone is driving around them. Wow. All right, I'll check it out, Hank.
Morning, Kathy.
What? Wait, I'm missing something. I missed something. Wait. Sitting here reading Top Chat like an idiot at Sally. That's why you gotta put your live chat on, Beth. No, I was trying to. Okay, Mary says bees had built a nest in the chimney and blocked it, and we were in a house filled with carbon dioxide. Luckily, during the night, the heater exploded and put itself out. We woke up with awful headaches, but hey, we woke up.
Oh my gosh.
Said I rented a house and got some ordered pizza, and me and the kids ate and all felt like crap. Though, thought bad pizza. So we all went to bed, and come to find out, they were. Come to find out.
I think it was backwards.
Oh, okay.
I think she copied and
Oh.
pasted it. And it was like,
I was like, come to find out what?
I think it just turned into a real show. But we get the gist of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I always worry about carbon dioxide. I just
I had a heater.
monoxide. Yeah.
I had a heater in when I lived in that house in Strathmore.
Mhm.
I had a heater that leaked gas, and I didn't know it. But then I kept waking up with these really bad headaches, and finally they just got so strong. I was like, there's something wrong. And so I called out the gas company to have them check it, and they said that it was freaking leaking.
Oh my gosh.
And so they had to they actually turned our gas off, and then made the landlord come out and fix it. Yeah, that is crazy, Mary. Oh, I know who Gabriel Iglesias is.
Fluffy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really scary.
Emmy is 3 months old today.
I tell you. I was reading a story on Octomom yesterday. That whole story was pretty crazy. Because she had a husband and found out that he was sterile. And like her whole life, she just wanted to be a mom.
Mhm.
Like she, I think she went to college and she got her psych tech license and stuff like that. And then she got hurt. But she got a workman's comp payout of like $353,000 or something.
Wow.
But like, you know, this whole time she's just wanting to be a mom.
Mhm.
And so whenever she got hurt, she even found it, you know, harder for her and her, you know, like husband to try.
Mhm.
But then, you know, she found out that he was sterile. Then she wanted to start IVF
Mhm.
and he didn't want her to. And she says, well, I want to be a mom, so I guess we're gonna have to get divorced. So that's why they divorced. And so when you're funny, Hank. So when she used donors for the sperm and then had the IVF to where basically
I thought it was the doctor that.
was not the donor. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I think
Yep.
that was a thing.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Doctor was older.
Maybe I've been watching too many movies.
But she had one kid, and then she would have these eggs that were already fertilized placed inside of her uterus. That's what she had done. So she had one kid like that, and then she had twins. Twins that were like that. And then was it twins? When she had the 8 babies, she had already had 4 kids.
Mm.
So she has 12 kids altogether. 12 kids or 14? She might have 14.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it's crazy because there's some of the kids that are blonde that took after the donor side.
Uh-huh.
And they look like twins. And then there's the girls that look like their mom, because she was from she almost had like Greece feet, you know, like Greek features.
Mm-hmm.
Like olive skin and dark hair and stuff. I can't remember
Maybe
where
like Spain or.
it was like a Slavia or something. Anyways, so the girls took after her. But the boys that were blonde and the girls that were dark-headed, they looked absolutely nothing alike.
Hmm.
They had they had like seriously way different features.
And maybe that was because, just the different, I don't know, maybe the different chromosomes or something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe. Frankie says, I saw that video about her. Didn't know she had become a stripper to support her kids. My heart went out to her. Everyone was so cruel to her. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks because when you get pregnant and have 8 kids and you're a single mom and you already have six kids at home, then you're probably not going to be able to work. So a lot of her stuff came from donations and people donating time to help her and stuff like that. But then also when she had the octo babies, she actually had somebody filed a CPS complaint against her, and she got kicked out of her house. Her landlord kicked her out because he didn't want that, the media and everything around his property.
Yeah.
And so he actually kicked her out for being like it was like she had too many people in the house or whatever, even though CPS says that everything was, fine with, all the kids had a bed and everything like that. Everybody had their own place to sleep and there was plenty of room for all the kids and everything. But the landlord kicked her out because of that. So then she had to strip and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be able to.
Morning, Texas Al.
You're funny, Hank.
Well, yeah, I mean everybody has their opinion, and that's okay. I mean, you can have your own opinion about the whole situation,
Yeah.
And she did what she did, and she handled it.
I seriously don't think if you already have 6 kids that you need 8 more.
Probably not.
Especially if you can't financially afford them.
But I mean, when
that should be like a luxury.
When you're doing like in IVF, you don't know if all those are gonna take. If all those pregnancies are gonna take. So.
Right.
And she probably needs more kids, but
the 8 that did take, there was actually 12.
Yeah.
The doctor put 12 eggs in her.
Yeah.
What if she would have had 12?
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah. That's too many babies. Sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, if you got,
I like babies, and that's way too many babies.
If you got 8, what's another 4?
Oh my God.
Really. I mean, you're already stressed, and you're already, you're already to that point. Holy crap! What's going on here?
Yeah.
You got that whole football team in your belly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Kathy says, I would be screwed if I was forced to strip professionally, would never make any money. That's probably not true. I would probably be doing Zumba moves.
Yeah, I agree, Hank. I agree.
Oh, Nissa. She said Chad wanted one more. I said no. You have to feed them. You have to provide. #TubesDied. I had my tubes laid after my second son was born too. But if I could have afforded it when me and Brandon got together, I probably would have had them untied
Yeah.
if I could have afforded it. Because he's never had, any biological kids of his own.
Right. Hey, strippers can be professionals.
Yeah, look at Jennifer Lopez.
There you go. There you go. You got to learn how to work that pole. Just saying. Not that pole. Not that pole. Stop, Sally. Quit it. Oh my God.
Toyota uterus. The concept car, the Toyota uterus.
Morning, Rita. Sorry, late. Started walking before work only on my late days. Got to get rid of my booty.
And this says, yes, Sally, that's why I had twins for Chad. He didn't have any. I agreed to one. God laughed and said, hold my beer. At least you didn't have 8.
That's right. That's right.
She said, we're both those hoes.
There you go. Yeah. Forgot to message my mailman this morning and tell him that the box was full, and so I messaged him right now, and he's like, I seen that it was open, so I figured there was something in there for me. So I figured he was, because the dogs were barking and carrying on.
Beth says, start stripping, Rita.
There you go.
I know. I couldn't even imagine having that many kids.
I couldn't imagine having to strip. I don't know.
I'm going to go to the Lutheran strip sale.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun. Find good stuff.
Get good things. Be careful. This is true, Val.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would suck at that job. Because I don't even, I doubt I could even do the pole. The standing up one,
Todd's escaping.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. Y'all are crazy. But, yeah. I don't know.
Well, thing is that, when she had, 6 kids already, and then, she gets IVF, which I don't even know how she afforded, even with her payout or whatever. That stuff is expensive. I don't know how she afforded that, the IVF, so many times, because she had IVF every single time she got pregnant.
Yeah.
Which was like, I think to tell you the truth, she got pregnant like one with another, and then I think she had a set of 4.
She had some quintuplets.
Yeah, like 2 sets of twins.
Yeah, all together.
Yeah, so that's 6.
Holy crap!
And then she had the 8 on top of that. And yeah. Only with us, Rita. That's you can't find any other YouTubers that talk about strippers and babies
and reselling
all
all in the same breath.
Yeah.
That is a fact. That is a fact. But
Hi, Julie.
Julie
We're talking about the Octomom
and stripping.
and reselling and car wrecks.
Kathy. Valerie's interested in the mailman because he brings his package right to her doorstep. That's right.
Mike
How
says
could,
so she
how could
had
you not be
letters.
interested?
Yes, she had letters.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
I know. I couldn't imagine pushing out. Oh,
Well, she didn't. I
she
don't
didn't have to do any work with it. She just
know.
laid there and let him cut her open, basically. But and she is very, very lucky that all of those 8
Yeah.
survived. I mean,
Yeah, but the picture that they were showing of those kids, the 8, they were like 12 years old, all looked
Mhm.
good, all was healthy, She got lucky.
She got very lucky. Couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Julie, did you end up did your dad get to your house? Or did you find out any more about it? Yeah. So that's good. If a doctor told me 8, I would seriously consider an abortion. Yeah. Is there a show on this?
No, it was actually just one of those things on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
That's what Hank says. How you even find out about this mess?
I don't know. I heard about it, and of course you hear it on the news and everything, and then you wonder, what did they do? I'm surprised. I'm sure they had to have done some kind of, she wrote a book, or I'm sure she got a book deal and probably a media deal or something.
You know what? Because she hired a, what do you call it?
Publicist,
A press person,
right?
To deal with all of that when she had the babies,
Right.
and and to find out like who would give her top dollar for pictures. I think it was People Magazine that won it.
Yeah.
But like, find out who would give her top money, and all of that went to raising the kids.
Sure.
So, in a sense, she was kind of smart about that.
Yeah.
Even though, logically you wouldn't think anybody that would have 14 kids is actually smart, but the way that she went about it, I think it was kind of a smart way, so that it could make money, even though I'm sure it wasn't enough. But
I think, thinking about this and everything, I had heard that she also wanted to be in the public eye also, and she knew that having multiple having multiple kids could potentially, get her in the public eye.
yeah.
That could have been, one of her reasons for doing that also.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad.
But,
I'm sorry to hear that Emmy's fussy today.
or is it AJ? No. Okay. gag order. There is something in my pants.
What? What?
I think there's a sock in my pants.
Good job. It's probably your dryer sheet.
No, well, maybe.
I usually have something up my sleeve, and it's usually a dryer sheet.
It's a little.
Oh, see? Yeah. Good job.
I was like, what is that?
There's something in my pants.
That was weird.
Rita said that's what she said.
Hey, made you laugh anyway.
Mm,
Gotta laugh, right? It's gonna
Yep,
be a
yep.
good day. It's gonna be a good day.
yeah, maybe after I list.
I'm gonna get some things listed this morning.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's that time. I know I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. There's something in my pants. But I was like rubbing my legs and everything, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Anyway, made you laugh.
I gotta pee.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. I hope everybody has a great day.
Bye, guys.
We'll see y'all later, and bye.